Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. It is Friday. We got a 10-race card we want to show you. The excitement is building for the weekend, but let's look at Friday's track and weather conditions. Starting the day with a fast main track and a firm turf course, the first race, a 5-furlong maiden claimer for 3-year-olds. Scratch the 1, King Cool. Also scratch number 7, Jalisco.
All in line. They're off. Brunello Music broke well. Fairy Tale Finish, El Globo, Baduke right there. And in between rivals, there goes Put It Back Jack to be a part of the early pace. Then You Are Flatter and Symbol Mast trails the field as they head up the back stretch. Put It Back Jack, now the leader by a head. Fairy Tale Finish moving up alongside, second by 2. And then it's Brunello Music third on the inside, followed by El Globo in fourth. A length and a half back to Baduke, and then You Are Flattered to the inside, and Simple Mast is last of them all. So they move around the far turn, and on the inside, it's Put It Back Jack with Fairy Tale Finish. These two dead even. Brunello Music 2.5 lengths off of them. El Globo is next on the outside, and then comes You Are Flatter, who saves every inch of ground, riding the rail to the top of the stretch. And on the outside, Fairy Tale Finish and Put It Back Jack along the rail continue to go at it. They're stride for stride, a furlong to go. It is Fairy Tale Finish and Put It Back Jack. These two continue to duke it out, and now Fairy Tale Finish is getting away late. Fairy Tale Finish to beat Put It Back Jack, a half a length on the wire, and then it was You Are Flatter, followed by Brunello Music and Baduke.
The favorite, number 9, Fairy Tale Finish, just wins. It pays $2.80, owned by Ken and Sarah Ramsey, trained by Joe Sharp, ridden to victory today by Corey Lannery. Second race, a 6-furlong starter, optional claimer, fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward. 6 runners going to the post.
They're off. Good start by Bohème de la Vie from the inside. Silver Sachet is going to grab the lead, though, and open up the lead by a length and a half. And Black Air moves up into second now as the field heads up the back stretch. And then it's True Blue Nation. Bohème de la Vie, after coming out of the gate quickly, has been shuffled back all the way to 5th, now being passed by Competitive Player 2, and the trailer is Flash Jack with a half mile to go. It is Silver Sachet in front, ran a 23 and 1 easy opening quarter mile, and leads the way a half a length on the far turn. On the outside, Black Air running in second, Competitive Player is third, and then it's True Blue Nation. Bohème de la Vie, 5th, and racing 4.5 lengths off the lead midway on the far turn, and Flash Jack trails the field as they come toward the top of the stretch. On the inside, Silver Sachet will turn for home in front. Black Air on the outside second. Bohème de la Vie is now swung outside of them for a clear run at the pacemaker at the furlong pole. Here comes Bohème de la Vie down the outside. Silver Sachet is down at the rail. These two will decide it. Bohème de la Vie and Silver Sachet down toward the wire together. Bohème de la Vie gets there. Silver Sachet was second, and then Black Air and True Blue Nation.
Number 1, Bohème de la Vie closes to win it, pays $5.60, owned by Sigma Property Investments Incorporated, trained by Aubrey Mirage, and ridden to victory today by Jose Alvarez. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have race number 3. Welcome back to the third race, 5 furlongs on the turf. These are maiden claimers, filly 3-year-olds, scratching here of number 4, the Red Tour.
They're off. And number 6, Vienna Zaki, lost the rider at the start. It is Here's Birdie who goes out to the early lead. On the outside, Glotona again going with Here's Birdie early on. And then comes Miss Katie Kate third to the inside, followed by My Martina. He Wears the Crown. And Runner Queen trails the field as they make their way into the far turn. It is. Here's Birdie in front. Glowtone again on the outside, pressing the pace. A length and a half clear of My Martina and Miss Katie Kate on the inside. He Wears the Crown is next, and far, far behind here is Runner Queen as they come toward the top of the stretch. Here's Birdie, gonna turn for home in front. Here's Birdie, the leader, saving all the grounds. Miss Katie Kate, who now switches to the outside to try to make a run. Then it's Glowtone again, third, as they come into the final furlong. Still, here's Birdie. Miss Katie Kate, 2.5 lengths behind. And gaining ground on the outside as He Wears the Crown, who now takes second. My Martina's finishing well, too, but it's going to be Here's Birdie. Here's Birdie's going to win it by about 2.5 over He Wears the Crown. Then My Martina and Miss Katie Kate.
Number 2, Here's Birdie wins it. Nice performance. $4.60, owned by Lucky Shamrock Stable, trained by Nick Zito, and ridden to victory today by Nick Juarez. And please note the number 6, Viennese Aki, was declared a non-starter. The 4th race, 6 furlongs. These are claimers, fillies, 3-year-olds, couple of scratches in here. The 4, Cat and Dog, and the number 6, Ashipoo.
They're off. Good start by Everarch. Loyal Heart going up and after the lead. On the far outside, Summer in Seattle. Awesome Challenge joins the fray too. These 4 out the best, and then Our Bling Shines. Baby I'm Worth It is next on the outside, and That a Boy Girl is last of them all. 5 lengths off of front-running Everarch, who leads them up the backstretch from Awesome Challenge and a 3-deep Loyal Heart at the half-mile pole. And then it's Our Bling Shines, the quarter, 22 and 3. And then That a Boy Girl, followed by Summer in Seattle, and Baby I'm Worth It is last now. 6 lengths from the front as they round the far turn. Everarch on the inside. Awesome Challenge between. Loyal Heart 3 wide. And right behind them are That a Boy Girl and Our Bling Shines, who's down toward the rail. Then comes Summer in Seattle, and Baby I'm Worth It still last and not keeping up as they come toward the top of the stretch. Everarch and Awesome Challenge turn for home together. A 46 1/2 mile. Our Bling Shines is coming up after them now on the outside. It is Everarch, Awesome Challenge, Our Bling Shines trying to catch them. Loyal Heart 4th on the outside. Awesome Challenge, Everarch. Here comes Our Bling Shines to go on by and win it by about 1.5 lengths over Awesome Challenge. Everarch was 3rd. Loyal Heart and That a Boy Girl.
Number 3, Our Bling Shines to win it, pays $8.60, owned by Barry Berkelhammer and Richard Arable, trained by Terry Pompey, ridden to victory today by Tyler Gaffleone. The 5th race, originally scheduled for 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf, now moved to a sloppy main track. It's the starter optional claimer. Fillies and mares, 4-year-olds, and upward scratch number 4, 1 penny piece.
They're off. Our Azure from the inside started well. There goes Viva Bertha from the far outside, up and after the lead with Reagan's Odyssey. These 2 will take over into the first turn. Reagan's Odyssey is now in front. Viva Bertha to the outside, running in second. Our Azure, 3rd, and tucked in behind them. 2 lengths off the lead, a little bit anxious to go through on the inside as they move into that turn. Then a break of another 2 lengths back to Zeta Zodi, who's running in 4th position early on as Our Azure is hard to control here, going to the backstretch. Hanover Honey is next, and the trailer is Pollyanna. The first quarter was slow, 25 flat. On to the backstretch, Reagan's Odyssey, the leader. In front by a length over Viva Bertha, running in 2nd position up the backstretch. 1.5 lengths farther back to Zeta Zoe and Our Azure down toward the rail. Hanover Honey is just in behind them. Pollyanna, last of the 6 up the backstretch, and racing 4.5 lengths off of Reagan's Odyssey, who completes the first half in 49 3. Reagan's Odyssey into the far turn, 3/4 of a length ahead of Viva Bertha. And then it's Our Azure, Zeta Zodi, and to their outside, Hanover Honey. The trailer is still Pollyanna. Reagan's Odyssey moving right along on the far turn. Reagan's Odyssey up top, 1.5 lengths now as Zeta Zodi takes aim in second. Our Azure is 3rd. Viva Bertha's dropped back, and then Hanover Honey and Pollyanna. Reagan's Odyssey coming to the top of the stretch in front from Zeta Zodi. 3/4 in 1:14 1, and they're into the stretch. Reagan's Odyssey splashing home in front. Zeta Zodi on the outside, a furlong to get by. And it is still Reagan's Odyssey holding off Zeta Zodi. On the outside, closing late is Hanover Honey, but the wire's coming up, and Reagan's Odyssey is the winner. Looks like Our Azure got second inside of Zeta Zodi and then Hanover Honey.
Number 5, Reagan's Odyssey takes some wire-to-wire and wins it. Nice ride by jockey Nick Juarez. Gets his second win today. The horse pays $16.80. Owned by Renzo Bontempo and trained to victory by Marcus Vitale. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have race number 6.
Our day begins early, preparing for the task ahead, focused on a single goal. Then, it's showtime, ready to face another challenge. And while victory may be uncertain, you can always bet on us to be at our very best.
Welcome back for our 6th race of the afternoon, to be contested at 6 furlongs on the sloppy main track. These are maiden claimers, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds, and up with the claiming price, $25,000.
They're off. Breezy Song had a good start, goes out to lead them early with Poda showing speed too. On the inside is Chief Beau No Move with some early foot. In between horses comes Sweet Arl, and then a break of another 2.5 back to Classy Delight, and then comes Legend Moon on the outside. The early trailer is Formal Class as the field heads past the half-mile pole. It is Chief Beau No Move in front. Runs by the opening quarter mile in 22 4/5 seconds, leads the way by a length and a half. With Poda running in second by another 2, Sweet Arl follows in third. Breezy Song fourth, dropping back on the turn, and then it's Formal Class on the outside. At the back are Classy Delight and Legend Moon as they come toward the quarter pole. It is Chief Beau No Move in front as they come toward the top of the stretch, taken on in second by Poda as Formal Class switches to the far outside for a run, and then comes Sweet Arl. 47 flat was the half mile. They're into the stretch. Chief Beau No Move in front. On the far outside, Formal Class bearing down. Sweet Arl coming up between horses, but here comes Formal Class on the outside to the front. Formal Class takes the lead, and Formal Class gives Nick Juarez another win. Sweet Arl was second, and then came Chief Beau No Move, Classy Delight, and Poda.
Number 6, Formal Class closes and wins, pays $26.40, gives jockey Nick Juarez his 3rd win today, and trainer Marcus Vitale gets his 2nd consecutive victory. That horse owned by Richard N. Miller. The 7th race, originally scheduled for a mile on the turf, to be run at 1 mile on the main track. A maiden claimers, 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch the number 3, scratch the number 5. Big Bet.
They're off. Fast Fire stumbled a bit coming out of there. Running Causeway comes out running on the lead. 5:02 on the inside with some early speed. These two out the best, and then it's Abro River and Hurricane Ramiro, who's now going up in between horses as they race out of the chute. It is 5:02 the leader. On top a half a length. Abro River on the outside runs along in second position, a length and a half clear of Rest Assured. Then comes Running Causeway, and on the inside it's Raynard Fox. Break of another 4, and they're followed by Hurricane Ramiro, and Fast Fire is at the back of the pack. 23 4 was the opening quarter mile as the field heads up the backstretch. 5:02 is the leader. 5:02 on top through a half mile in 47 2/5 seconds as Abro River is second and now moving up alongside. Outside of them, Rest Assured follows in third. And then it's Raynard Fox in fourth. Running Causeway follows fifth, followed by Hurricane Ramiro as they make their way around the far turn. And it is 5:02 on top. 502 turning for home with the lead here as Abro River stays right with 502 at the top of the stretch. These two are going to turn for home together. 3/4 and 1, 12 and 4. They're into the stretch. 502 trying to shake away from Abro River with a furlong to run. Raynard Fox is third. 502 splashing by the 16th pole. On the outside is Abro River, who's going to be second best to 502 and Corey Lannery. Abro River second, and then Raynard Fox, followed by Rest Assured. Finishing fourth. Fifth will be Running Causeway.
Number 2, 502 wins it for owners Raymond Shea and Danny Ward, trained by Dale Romans and ridden to victory by Corey Lannery, his second win today. That horse pays $9.60 to win. The 8th race, a 7 furlong claimer for 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races or straight 3-year-olds. Scratch number 3, Morashal.
They're off. Summer Morn came out of there pretty well and goes out to the front. Son of a Preacher with some early speed too. And then it's Nuke and Uccello Bello on the inside. Dancing in the Heat is down toward the rail, and at the back of the field are Cheech Thunder and Changing Direction up the backstretch. Uccello Bello on the inside. Nuke, Son of a Preacher, and Summer Morn, and there's 4 of them across the track. And right behind them is Dancing in the Heat 5th, 2 lengths off the lead. Clear of the trailers, Cheech Thunder and Changing Direction. 23 flat the opening quarter mile. 4 of them race across the track. It is Uccello Bello, Nuke, Summer Morn to the outside, and checking out of there sharply was Son of a Preacher, who steadied hard going into the turn. And up into fourth is Dancing in the Heat now. And then it's back to Changing Direction. And the trailer on the turn is Cheech Thunder. It's Summer Morn on the outside. In front as they move around the far turn. On the inside is Uccello Bello, Nuke, and now moving on the outside of horses. Dancing in the Heat is getting going, as is Changing Direction, who's coming up on the outside, and they're into the stretch. Summer Morn turning for home with Dancing in the Heat right alongside and Changing Direction closing down the center. Now it's Dancing in the Heat and Changing Direction down to these two. Changing Direction on the outside, and Dancing in the Heat battles on from the rail. Changing Direction, Dancing in the Heat, Changing Direction's got it. Dancing in the Heat was second, and then came Summer Morn, Uccello Bello, and Nuke.
Number 5, Changing Direction, splashes home for the victory and pays $10 even. Owned by Top Racing LLC, trained by Gustavo Delgado, ridden to victory today by Orlando Bocachica. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have our 9th race of the afternoon. Welcome back for our 9th race of the afternoon, 7 furlongs. It's an allowance optional claimer for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward. 5 runners will go to the post.
They're off. Fond of Sarah had a very good start and goes out to take the lead and get away to a 2-length early advantage here over Unbridled Courage and Curlin's Princess. Quezon is next, and far back is Eminencia, who's trailing them up the backstretch. And it is Fond of Sarah in front, but Quezon is going to be sent through an opening on the inside, and Quezon trying to squeeze through at the rail. Curlin's Princess is right there too, and on the outside it's Unbridled Courage. The first 4 right together, about 11 lengths in front of Eminencia. 22 and 4 was the quarter. There's a half mile to go. Fond of Sarah the leader, Curlin's Princess on the outside second. At the rail, Quezon, Unbridled Courage right alongside, and now once again Javier Castellano tries the rail with Quezon and gets through, and Quezon is up to take the lead. Fond of Sarah matching strides with her though, and Curlin's Princess is trying to stay with them in third, but is now backed off a length and a half from the front. Unbridled Courage is next, and Eminencia has been far behind so far. 45 and 4 was the half. They're into the stretch, and it's Quezon and Fond of Sarah. Quezon the leader at the top of the stretch, and then it's Fond of Sarah trying to stick with her at the 8th pole. And they're far clear of the others. Curlin's Princess is third. Quezon and Javier Castellano getting away here in the slop over Fond of Sarah. Quezon under the wire, a 4-length winner. Fond of Sarah second, and then came Curlin's Princess and Eminencia.
Number 2, Quezon wins it very impressively off that long layup, owned by Mark Keller, trained by Bobby Robato, and ridden to victory today by Javier Castellano. The 10th and final race, originally scheduled for a mile and the 16th on the turf, now to be run on the main track. These are maiden claimers, 3-year-olds and upwards. That's the 1, the 4, and number 7.
They're off. Cold Blood is going out to lead them early. Free Runner's got a bit of speed from the inside, too, and joining them from the rail is Camino Canta, who is going to grab the lead from that inside position. Camino Canta to the front. Free Runner, Cold Blood right there. Outside of them, Brevard, a 4 deep fourth. Eileen Flyer tucks in behind them in fifth. And it's a 4-length gap back to the trailer, Olympic Bid, as the field races to the backstretch. Camino Canta, a half-length on top of Cold Blood, with Free Runner right behind them and Brevard to the outside. And then it's Eileen Flyer. They went a quarter in 24 and 2. Gap of another 5 to Olympic Bid, who's been outrun through the first part of the race. Up the backstretch. And it is Camino Canta in front with Cold Blood pressing the issue on the outside. Room at the rail for Free Runner, who's sent on through to be a part of the issue now. And Free Runner comes up on the inside to engage front-running Camino Canta. These two now stride for stride on the lead. And Cold Blood is behind them running in third after a 48 and 1/2 mile. Break of another 4 to Eileen Flyer, who's going by Brevard moving into the far turn. Brevard starting to drop out of it. And gaining a bit of ground is Olympic Bid from well behind. Around the far turn now, it is Free Runner on the inside, Camino Canta, and Olympic Bid continues to make strong progress right behind them, and Olympic Bid is coming up on the outside of the front runners now, and to the front as they move to the top of the stretch. Olympic Bid and Tyler Gaffalione to the front as they turn for home. Moving away now from Camino Canta and Free Runner as Cold Blood gains second on the outside, but it is Olympic Bid who is running away here. Olympic Bid coming down to the finish all alone. Olympic Bid is the winner. And then it was Cold Blood, followed by Camino Canta and Free Runner.
Number 2, Olympic Bid. The favorite pays $4.40. This comes cruising home for Hillbrooks Farm, trained by Rachel Halden and ridden to victory today by Tyler Gaffalione. In the pick 5, 5 of 5, $1,317.75, 4 of 5, $13.50. Rainbow 6, $5,312.56. Mandatory payout tomorrow, the carryover, $4,503,332.50. And that wraps up Friday's action. Saturday, what a weekend it's going to be. We're running on Easter Sunday, about that in a moment, but don't forget on Saturday, 12 races with the 2 stakes races, the Cutler Bay and also the Sanibel Island. Those are both 1-mile turf races, $75,000. It's going to be a fun day, and you will know by then if we have the mandatory payout in the Rainbow 6. What a weekend this is going to be. And once again, don't forget we're running on Easter Sunday, and if you're not going to be here, I want to wish you an early Happy Easter. Good night and good luck.